Okay, so this is my first attempt at making some homemade number 11 percussion caps. As anybody who shoots black powder handguns knows, they're super hard to come by right now. And if you buy them online, the hazmat fees just make it really not worth it. So I picked up one of these things from 22 LR Reloader. There's like a million videos out here about it, so I don't really need to go into too much detail, but basically it's just a die, and you put pieces of aluminum can, like strips of it, through this slot and tap this through, and then out comes what looks like this. A little, if I can pick one up here, percussion cap. Try and zoom in. They aren't perfect, but they do fit, and I've made quite a few of them here. Probably more than I'll ever really need. So I've got two guns here that I'm going to try it in. This is the little Traditions 31 vest pocket. I think that's what it's called anyways. It's like the tilt open. So I've got a loaded cap in there right now. And then this is my 1858 Remington. I showed you guys in the other video that has weird issues, but it's on a safety notch right now, but I've got it loaded up. And I took it a step further with this because with the, that 22LR Reloader sells this stuff, the Primal, and this stuff works actually really well, but I was like, what if I can't get that? So I had all of these. This is an old rifle primer case, but it's full of these toy gun roll caps. I probably got like a couple thousand here. Each one of these is about 100 of these little little dots. Well, I don't have one open, but basically I take a leather punch like this guy right here, and I pop out these little dots, and these are the actual caps that snap. So what I do, I saw somebody else did this in a video, and I figured I would try it because I had a ton of these caps laying around. But what you've got is you just load up 3 or 4 of these little dots into the cap body and just press it down with a toothpick or with a matchstick or whatever you got a punch if you have a punch. But we're gonna test these out and see how they work. I fired a couple off and I don't think I did it correctly the first time. So now I'm gonna try it and see. Let's try with both of these. And we'll see how it goes. Okay, I'm out here at my firing range. I'm not gonna be doing any firing today, just testing out the homemade cap gun number 11 percussion cap out of the 31 Traditions vest pocket. Okay. This one's got a pretty heavy hammer spring on it. That was not very loud. And if I can get it to rotate the cylinder, we're going to try out the Pieta 1858. Okay. See, kind of blew the calf off a little bit there. That's going to jam out the action. Yeah, makes a mess. This is 3 caps, by the way. Yeah, jammed up the action. Hold on. Okay, trying that one again. Nada. Okay, it's pretty loud. They stay on there pretty well. You know, Remingtons aren't really known for cap jams, but I could see that clogging up the action. That was super quiet. I think this is the last one, yep. Oh, that was very quiet. Let's try this one again. Okay, so what was that? 3 out of 6? Not too great with the cap gun caps. Okay, so that first test wasn't super promising. That was 3 of these little roll caps, and I've opened one up to show you what these look like. I mean, I'm pretty sure anybody who grew up in the 90s knows what these look like, but Yeah, so the Traditions, that was a super quiet pop, and I didn't see any spark at all, but it did deform the cap body, so there was some energy behind it. So what I did now is loaded up a few of these with 4 caps, alternating the paper side down, up. So that's what I'll show you a close-up of what they look like. That's the cap in there. These are just made out of beer cans. And then another thing, so I'd say probably about 80% of the caps come out looking pretty good. They're reasonably flat, uniform shaped. They have a crimp on them. It's like a 6-point crimp inside of that die. But if you don't hit it just right, or if you're too soft with your hammer, then you'll get something that looks like this. It's completely uneven, totally unusable, will not fit on the nipple whatsoever. And I have a bunch of these here that I've set aside, so I don't know, I probably made maybe 200 of these. And I probably had about 40 or so, maybe 30 that look like this. Uneven. The crimp didn't crimp on all 6 sides. You can see it, this one failed like 2 of the crimps, and same deal with this guy. Can't use it. So I'm gonna try and load up the ones with 4 caps. I'm just gonna try and use the Remington again, and we'll see what we can get. That's another thing, you almost need a pick or something to pick these things off, because they really hold on tight. They hold on much tighter than the regular little number 11 caps from like Remington or CCI that those usually just blow off of the Remingtons, and the Colts, they cause a lot of cap jams, so I don't know how well this would work in a Colt, but we'll see if we can get these to at least make a nice bang. Okay, so I've got 4 caps loaded, and these have 4 of the little dots from the roll caps in them. If I can get this guy, yeah, not the best example gun here to be using, but there we go. See if these are louder. Not a good start. Okay, that one was pretty good. Okay, so the roll cap method, if you were really desperate, it could theoretically work. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. I've seen a couple other people get some kind of results, but I mean, the cap bodies work good. If you lit them up with that Primal, they're not too bad replacement for CCIs or Remingtons.